Okay, hello everyone. Last time you were here, this base was not as large, or not large, as full as it is now. I added a mod for the nanite control facility, which has increased my build time exponentially. I had to get some more power in here and some batteries, and I did have a solar tower over there, which had a fatal problem. It caused a crater. So, yeah, I didn't get to record that error, but this base is pretty much powering itself. But also down here, there are there's an iron deposit, which is why I built the base where it is through this thin sheet of ice. And yeah, I made it go all the way down here, and then gave it enough room to spin around in that direction because that's how thin the iron deposit is. But the next thing was that I mined some gold across the river, but I also built this bad boy. I'll give you a quick tour. So in the back, there is another mod that I added because since this took so long to build, I kind of wanted to be sure that my assets would be not blown to smithereens if a pirate came around. I know you can get weapons and stuff and put them on your ships, but for the most part, I wanted to have this as a shield and then have a fighter on the inside. Now, the sensor opens this door. It was still open, but I also have 3 hydrogen containers or tanks, and the gyroscopes I also fit back here to give me some more maneuverability. I may have to add more because it does move pretty well, but there's always room for improvement. So this is kind of the engine bay, as it were, because this is where everything connects from, and then there's kind of a spine. See, like these run directly through the middle of the ship, and there's also one here every 8 blocks. So that goes all the way through the middle of the ship. The reason being is so that I could have thrusters on the bottom and eventually some defenses down there. But this is kind of like the hangar area and power bay. And since I have a shield, I can have glass or windows all the way running through here without worrying about getting, shot and depressurizing. Unless, to break the shield. And this is also, here's my reactor, large reactor, because I have some uranium. Not too much, but enough to power this. And since it was connected to the grid down there, it actually filled the batteries while the nanite facility was building the ship. So I pretty much just had to place blocks and source the ore, which, there was gold over on that side, there's some silicon over there. I haven't touched that part yet, but there's nickel there, and I had to process all that. So it's kind of like the sequence here. Open the doors, and then you have a ship that's connected to here, and primarily the ship that I have now is down there. See it? Yeah, right there. And then once the hangar door is opened, you extend. Which one's extend? That's retract. That's extend. Okay. And then you kind of have to jimmy rig it in here a little bit. So the ship that I made, you have to angle it a little bit for it to go down. Since these are 3x3s, so or 1, 2, 3, 1 block this way, 3 blocks that way, and you have to make sure they connect to the middle. So for it to be pressurized. So then you retract, and I don't even have to close this because the next part, I just walked straight through here and I added these wood blocks, and this is the storage containers. There's 4 of them on the ship. And I also added a mod for a hyperdrive, which will help me do the economy missions that are actually kind of far, and I can have full inventories and sell things. So this is primarily going to be like I guess, a trading vessel. I guess I'm going to try that, but I'm also going to have to retrofit it. So these sensors that are going on right here, are they actually close the hangar doors, so they're not closed, and also they recall the elevator over here. Now, this elevator is a work in progress, but the sensor brings me up. And last time I had a flight seat attached to this, so once it got all the way to the top, it was going to be something that you could just fly when I got to the top. But then I realized you can't fly off of a piston, because I guess that's kind of finicky. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I just had the flight seat put here. So I may have to repair this or retrofit it to connect to like a merge block or something, and then you just block up the merge block. That'd be pretty cool. So the merge block would be like suspended up here. You connect to the merge block or something like that. But I mean, for now, all you need is a little bit of hydrogen in your flight suit and just, go this way. So also medical center, then there's doors here, and then there's glass all the way through. And again, the shield is what makes the ship, I guess, usable, because without any weapons right now, I'm trying to make it as light as possible so that I can leave the planet. And then once it leaves the planet, I'll probably add some weapons to it in space, because it'll be easier to leave a planet or the moon. I don't know. Oh, Mars also has lighter gravity than this planet. This could get off the ground with full capacity, but I don't want to, tempt fate here. But, so currently, I'm suspended in the air with only 16, I guess, is that a percent of the hydrogen left. So I'm gonna have to land this bad boy, but what do I have in my inventory? I'm gonna need some steel plates. Steel plates and whatever else I need for a camp. Because, since the ship is so large, that's too much. I'm gonna take the steel plates and how much is this taking power-wise? Just curious. Yeah, I think I have enough power for all this. It should be fine. So go to... And also, with all these, with the economy mods, or not mods, the updates, you can add a bunch of these different factions, as it were. But, actually, I'm just checking the systems while I'm here, because I don't actually come through here very often, since the nanites build a lot. Okay, so G, pick nanite off that. And yes, I do need to get the easy inventory mod, because everything is kind of obnoxious to pull out. Okay, all components were withdrawn. So let me build out. So this is the spine that I was talking about. So it connects all the way through and gets all of these nice and, fueled up. But at the same time, like, they're still kind of exposed. So I'll need to change that. And also the wood goes through both sides, obviously, because it's a whole block. So I'm going to have to cover those up. But for now, this is the ship design. It's kind of raw, and I'll polish it as time goes on, but so just build that down, and then just put a camera there. And alright, so that's gray. Now I'll change the color, because I was building my little ship. Okay, P, black. You want the carbon fiber. We'll block out. Yeah, can I not change that guy here? Nope, that guy's just gonna have to be there for now. Okay, and the camera. Don't really care about what the camera's color is. Is it facing the right direction? I guess. Okay, well. Oh god. Do not fly up into your hydrogen thrusters, guys. Body location.
Health critical.
And where's my body location? Okay, it's down here. Yeah, the nanites also help me with my health, which is nice. Whoa, what the? Or sorry, what the heck? Okay. Anything else over here? Well, if I had anything else on me, the nanites probably took it up. We'll be reorganizing. Alright, that should be for now. Yeah, you just saw fatal error, so. But, as you can see, I'm also almost back to full health because the nanites can reach that far, which is pretty impressive. Alright, so what I was saying next was going to connect put the camera on the control panel here. F, G, let's see, where's camera? And view. Okay, so what position is it? Looks like it's facing sideways. Alright, so we're just going to leave it like that for now, kind of. And then I'll reposition the camera after this first test. So I'm going to pretty much just land this, refuel, and then I'll be back with more stuff after I complete my little, tedious tasks. And then I'll probably just cut the part where I land this and then get to the parts where I'm retrofitting the other ship with other components. So with that, I'll be back.